Hi everybody. I'm finally starting to get this video stuff down, and this is going to be the first video in relation to the celestial gatherings, which is the full moon for December of 2021. And I'm going to post some other videos as well, kind of some snippets from the actual gathering that we had. But I wanted to have a one-on-one with you so you can kind of understand the ritual and why we're doing what we're doing, and kind of like the materials that you'll need, the tarot card questions that you're going to be asking yourself, and all that good stuff. So and I know it's kind of late, but I needed to do this because you know, I'm trying to record all this stuff for you guys, and even if it's a little bit after the fact, I promise to be more up to date. So I'm just trying to do a test video, really. Okay, so the full moon, this is the last one of the 2021 year. And I know a lot of times when in the, traditional calendar, we're looking at it as a sort of ending of a year, which in this case it very well is, but it's December and not January when we're starting, and more like January is a beginning of sorts. Really, December and this full moon, we're going to concentrate on the culmination of the whole year. So keep that in mind as you're moving through your ritual, moving through your journal stuff and your tarot cards. I know sometimes the ideal or the theme of the evening can get away from you when you start thinking about a culmination of stuff. But in this particular instance, this particular ritual, we are thinking about everything that started this year off, all the things that you manifested, all the things, your goals, your dreams, your desires, things that you accomplished and failed. You're taking all that stuff and you're going to write yourself a letter and be very real, and try to detach yourself from emotion. You are looking at this from an outsider's perspective, because I think that's how a lot of real work can happen if you're not so tied up and having rose-colored glasses about certain things, but really getting to the true aspects of everything. So anyways, so what you're going to do is write yourself this letter, and talk to yourself, have a conversation about everything that you've done, everything that you feel happened that was good or bad, things that happened and you didn't end up happening the way you wanted them to, like your expectations. Really take your time to get down to the nitty-gritty, because it's important. What you're going to do is extract phrases or words from this letter. You're going to let me take a step back for a second, and I'll say this in the other video when I post it, kind of the excerpt from the actual circle that we had. But a lot of times in the holistic community, we are feel like we're always trying to fix ourselves. And the way I want you to go about this letter is with an air of lightheartedness, with curiosity about yourself and about how you're growing as a person, and really not feel like you're trying to fix a broken thing, because I think a lot of times that we always feel like we're broken, and we're not. We're just trying to make ourselves better humans, better partners, better mothers, fathers, friends, and really just kind of balance out our lives. So I don't want you to think that you're always trying to fix yourself. So in this letter, really have curiosity about why you do the things you did, or why you planned out certain things, why you felt certain ways about certain situations or people, and more so that this is like a data collection, collecting information about yourself. And like I said, take a step back and kind of look at it from an outsider's perspective. And like, if I knew a person, you know, a lot of times we're better judges of other people than we are of ourselves because of all the emotion and triggers and stuff. So take that in mind. Like, if you're looking at somebody, yourself, as another person's life, the advice you would give that person, let's look at it like that. Okay. So, this is to help us to process emotions and to come up with attachments or triggers, and help us just move to the next point, which is going to be January, which is new beginnings. So thinking about high points, low points, breaking points, whatever those things are, okay? So once you've written yourself this letter, like I said, you're going to pull out key words and phrases of things that you're wanting to release and let go of. Really, really, really think about this, because, you know, Source is quite literal, and, you know, you have to be ready to let go of these things as well. So, and it's not always going to end up looking like you want it to. So, I think even one of mine was letting go of the expectations of my journey. You know, you might say something like, well, I'll just tell you mine. Did I write it in? So letting go of the expectations of my journey. Something like letting go of bad eating habits, or maybe you have a behavior pattern that you noticed in your letter that you're trying to, or have been trying to release for the whole year, and you still haven't gotten to that point yet. Things that you're really, 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 really ready to let go of. Things that you've noticed over the year that have been causing disharmony within your life, okay? So, in this letter, you're gonna put your heart into it, but with a detached emotion, okay? Remember, so you're trying to look at it from somebody else, from an outsider's perspective, but try not to get too attached to everything that's like emotional value in there, because this is how I think, this is kind of the space where I feel like real work can happen. And then once you have the letter, you're going to pull out the keywords and phrases. Try not to make them too large, because what you're going to do is you're going to take your letter. Let me get a piece of paper so I can show you. Mine's already wrapped up. So here's my letter, and then you're going to just kind of fold it in half. And what I did is I went to the store and I got some black candles. So you have a list of the things that you're going to need, and this is just a taper black candle, and you're basically going to wrap that letter around, okay? And then we have some twine. This is just like hemp twine, and you tie a little knot at the bottom. And each one of those things that you're asking to release with this moon, oh, I'm sorry, I totally skipped a step. You're gonna take something sharp. We used a pin head, and you're going to carve each one of those things into the candle. So it doesn't matter where or how big or how messy or clean, but you're gonna just carve, like, you know, I put in there, letting go of expectations of my journey. I wrote that on there. Letting go of bad eating habits. And anyway, so you'll carve that on the actual candle and then wrap the letter around it. And then you'll grab the twine and you're going to tie a knot, and you're going to hold that because it'll be kind of hard to start because it'll keep wanting to move. So we hold that knot, and then what you're going to do is take a deep breath in and take in one of those things that you don't, one of your releases, one of your, whatever you're letting go of. You're going to take a breath in, and as you're wrapping it, you're going to breathe that thought of that thing onto the string, onto the letter, onto the candle. So it's basically like putting your essence of that feeling of wanting to let go onto this candle, okay? We had some full moon oil that we made in a previous circle, and we just kind of anointed the candle too, with just a little bit of it. And to me, that's just kind of keeping the energy of the circles that we're doing, the full moon circle or celestial gatherings, going throughout each one of these rituals. So you can add elements to your ritual. Nothing's set in stone. This is actually called 3 times 3. And so once you breathe that on there, so you're taking a breath in, thinking about the thing that you want to release, and really feel that letting go process as you breathe and wrap one time. And you're going to do that with 3 breaths, 3 inhales and exhales. You're going to do that with each thing, each phrase that you're trying to let go of. And you know, that takes up a little bit of space. And then I just finished wrapping the rest of my candle up, okay? And then tied another knot at the top. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add some type of lamp oil or something that's going to get onto this twine. So once the candle starts, this will really burn a lot brighter and bigger than a regular candle flame. And well, you're going to want to put it in like a fire safe. I wouldn't do this in your house. I'd do it outside. And you stick it in like some sand or something that's going to hold it upright while it burns. And you just meditate and watch the candle burn all the way down as you're letting go of these things. Okay? That's the ritual. And that's what it looks like. I'll hold it up a little bit more so you can see. Pretty simple. You don't need a lot of it. And it doesn't have to be a taper candle. It can be any kind of candle. I don't want you to feel like you're always kind of stuck with what, you know, whatever. The black signifies, you know, letting go of or pulling negative energy away from. Okay. So, the next thing that you're going to do is, your tarot cards. And so, moving and looking forward to what's, you're going to focus on until the next moon, celestial gathering. You're going to shuffle your cards as you think about everything that you've done and this whole ritual, this whole letter that you wrote. Everything is what you're meditating on as you're shuffling the cards. And you're going to pull out 2 cards. And the first card is going to be what you're going to leave behind. So really, like I said, think about the focal point of the whole ritual, the letter that you wrote, everything that you've done over the year. What are you going to leave behind? The main thing that you're going to leave behind. So write that down, journal about that. And then the second card is what you're going to focus on for the upcoming cycle. For next month, we're going to focus on new beginnings, okay? So I will post everything else, like an invocation, so you have something that if you don't know what to say, you can say this. I'll post what the cards are again so you'll remember, and a little bit about the materials and everything that you need. I just kind of wanted to have a face-to-face with you so you can understand what we did, and then I'll also post some videos that are in relation to the actual gathering. Be forewarned, we had the fire alarm go off while we were doing the meditation, but it does actually have the meditation in there, the grounding meditation that we use. So recommended that every time you do these, that you're cleaning the space that you're in, you're cleaning the people that you're working with, and that looks like a lot of different things. I'm not going to go in a video over how to cleanse, but you're also connecting with spirit and grounding yourself so you can kind of stay on a balanced and harmonious energetic level while you're doing this work. That also kind of invites in guides, ascended masters, positive energies that are who you're working with, and helps bring in wisdom. So until next time, like I said, I'm going to be a lot better about putting the videos up. If you have questions, post below, and please feel free to talk to each other about this stuff. That's what this is about, helping each other out, kind of get through this journey. Until next time, namaste.